And we are live. Oh, gosh. Hope everybody's got their popcorn. Getting ready for a really good show tonight. Marilyn Monroe. Wow.
I couldn't believe that lady did not even acknowledge that it's the spelling said F-R-O-O-T. It's like, is she still seeing F-R-U-I-T? That's what's so weird.
Yeah, you're right. She still thinks it's F-R-U-I-T. She's from our old county.
Because she's not awake yet. She's seeing it one way, the way we used to see it. And then we see, yeah.
Speaking of which, we brought somebody else from our old reality. We have Marilyn Monroe with us from the old reality.
Hi, guys.
Okay, the reason why, let me just explain real quick why you saw donuts and Marilyn Monroe. Today is National Donut Day, in case you haven't figured that out yet.
I love
I'm so glad I didn't have to buy any today. Somebody actually brought me one for once. We're doing good work. Anyway, so it's Marilyn Monroe's 89th birthday. Happy birthday, Marilyn Monroe. Are you going to sing us Mr. President?
Thank you, Mr. President. I mean, Brian. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you. There was a joke I came up, little tidbit. If Marilyn Monroe were still alive and playing golf, she'd be great because she'd always have a mole-in-one.
Good one, Brian.
Well, anyway, so we bring you here today, Marilyn Monroe, to interview you about some Mandela effects.
I'm not really sure what Mandela effects means. Does that mean I affect men?
Hey, Mandela effects look good on you. You lost a lot of weight because of it. Isn't that true, Marilyn?
I'm a size 3 now. I've always been a size 14. Now I'm a size 3.
And now you're size 3. Compliments of the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got hooked up.
Well,
it's called the effect I have on men.
Nelson looks out for his ladies. That's all I could say. He's a ladies' man.
Oh, he is. He is. I used to visit him in prison before he died.
How many people were in the car, JFK car, that you remember, Marilyn Monroe?
Oh, I remember that day so clear. I was standing there eating low-calorie popcorn, and I noticed there were 4 people in the car, and just then somebody yells out, Marilyn, without the E. And I turned around, and I smiled at her, and I waved, and when I looked back, there were 6 people. From 4 to 6. And then somebody else called my name, Norma Jean, and I was without the E, of course. And I was afraid to turn around again because There'd be 12 people in the car. Brian. I'm so upset. I was so upset.
Somebody stole my mole and they put it somewhere else.
Oh, that's another story. That's another story.
Yeah, how did your mole shift from one spot to another? I mean, you guys just saw the video about the Monroe piercing, named after Marilyn Monroe. It's in the spot. So how did the mole move from one spot to the other?
Well, I'll tell you. My mold was here, and I love that little mold. I called it Jackie. And then one morning, I woke up and it was over here. So I didn't know what to do. And I went on YouTube and I looked up a video from some guy named Lone Eagle. And he said that all the continents and states were shifting, and Alaska was now in Japan. And then I said, oh my God, that's why my mold is now here. Everything shifted on me, Brian.
Hey, Marilyn.
Yes.
Wasn't your mole on the other side?
No, it's because you're looking at me through the camera.
Oh.
But I might wake up tomorrow and it might be on the tip of my nose.
Well,
Hey, Marilyn.
If Alaska ends up in Russia, then I will have it on the tip of my nose. I'm ready. Hey, look, watch what happens.
Ask not what the Mandela effect could do for you. Ask what you could do for the Mandela effect.
Well, we're talking about Mandela effects here more in depth as the weeks go by. And isn't it so? Now, do you know Miss Mae West? Did you get along with her pretty well? Did you know her back in the 30s?
Yes, she had a big fight with me.
Tom, can you? Yeah, thank you, buddy.
She was upset with me because I stole her line. You know, we were talking to Cary Grant, and he came over, and I says, hey, is that a gun in your pocket? Are you just happy to see me? And she got all upset, and she didn't talk to me after that.
Oh, man. So did she really? Do you remember her really saying that? Did she say that line?
No, she didn't say it. She was thinking about saying it, but she never really said it. See, I could read minds.
Oh, my goodness.
She never said it. She said she never said it. She's just
that's pretty cool. You know another line that we know. Dracula. I could have sworn he said, "I want to suck your blood," and now he doesn't say it anymore.
What? What?
Yeah, he never says, "I want to suck your blood."
He always said that. That's his key tagline.
I know, right?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Another one. Oh, Brian, what are you doing to me, man?
May, didn't you want to ask me something else about?
You know what? I done came to realize Brian got the Mandela effect machine in his house, and he just twisting it.
Yeah, we can't have any more taglines. Is what it is. You know, he's doing away with all the taglines.
Right.
But,
look,
you know what? I want to re-script this.
The pop code, go to Weasel. He going down. Pop, go to Weasel.
That's what it seems like these days. But we rely on countless other channels too to help out with the research. And you guys out there in the audience, you bring us the effects. We try to publish them as quick as possible. One of the things that came out was about picture versus portrait. Now, let me ask you something. Marilyn, you there?
Yes, Mr. President. I mean, Brian, yes. Sorry.
What do you remember? Do you remember the portrait of Dorian Gray? Weren't you in a movie about that? The portrait of Dorian Gray or something?
It was the portrait of Dorian Gray, yes. It was always the portrait of Dorian Gray. So
if someone were to tell you it was the picture of Dorian Gray, you'd be like,
oh, that's silly. That's silly. That's silly.
I thought so. You know that in the Bible, there's pictures of silver, golden apples and pictures of silver now. Isn't that right, E-Man? Have you heard of that?
What?
Yeah, I just seen it yesterday when you sent it to me. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
What do you mean? Now it's like a storybook?
Yeah, there's pictures of silver now, where it should be figures of silver.
I want to see this. Can you bring that up so I can see that?
Yeah, sure, I can bring that up. Let's
take a look. I want to see if the Bible's now a storybook, so we can look at some pictures. You got to be kidding me, man! Come on.
Investigation hat here.
Oh no, I think he thinking you mean actually a picture. He talking about the word. That's what I thought when he first said it. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. We got pictures in the Bible?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to happen.
And he talking about the word picture.
Yeah, see, the thing that got me always was, ever since I was, a little boy, everyone at least from the early 1800s in the old Western days, they used to draw pictures of the people that were like wanted, the most wanted people, on the wanted posters. And now you look back, and 90% of those have pictures on them, actually photographs. And that never was. So now I can actually take a good look at the people that were actually wanted in true life form. That never was.
No. They weren't. The pictures weren't that good. The pictures were like really low resolution, or they were hand drawn or something. They were not.
They were always hand drawn. At the very least, they were always very grainy. Now they're like in high resolution. So they definitely fixed the ISOs on the pictures. So nowadays, you know exactly what was going on from the early 1800s. And since then, our photography has just accelerated substantially. I mean, phenomenally.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking a little bit about technology too. We always love to talk about technology.
Sure.
We had this Star Trek Beyond movie from 2016.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't remember that. I feel like I would have watched that one. Who's a Trekkie out there? Anyone?
Yep, right here. Trekkie, right here. I've watched them all.
Man, I love Star Trek.
Deep Space Nine from the very beginning. Enterprise, Voyager.
Voyager.
Stargate. Yep, all those guys. All of them. So I knew all of them. And in fact, if I go back and I start watching them, I don't remember a lot of the episodes. It's like I have no idea what the hell happened. And given, hey, look, I'm a human being. Maybe I didn't remember, a couple maybe. But when I watch a few of these, a lot of the scenes I don't recall at all, and I don't remember a lot of things that even happened. I'm like, wait a second. I know I've watched this probably, conservatively, maybe 15 times. So I would have at least, maybe if I didn't remember every single scene, I would have remembered the entire, episode. I mean, to some degree. I mean, I would have thought, okay, maybe I remember that part, but I didn't remember the entire thing. So some of the series episodes, I had no idea that they even existed, and it's not because I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe I forgot or anything like that. I would have remembered some part of it, but now I don't remember some of these things at all.
Well, this is a possible one, and I want to point that out to the chat. If any of you can help us out here, is this?
I can tell you exactly what's happening. The Mandela effect is definitely real. Come on, if you're tuning into this right now, it's because you're experiencing something that doesn't make sense. And it doesn't resonate with you. So this right here should be a good idea, or at least a good sounding board to listen to other people that are experiencing things that, it doesn't make sense. So
what else doesn't make sense? Troy, you pointed this out to me the other day.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you're pointing this out too, because I was looking at this just by fluke, and I noticed that the beard on Tutankhamun, which is just a sculpture from what I remember, it wasn't what it is now, which is now a death mask. I don't remember it ever being a death mask, and now it is. And let's pull that up there, Brian. Pull that up. There it is.
Yeah, let's talk.
Let's take a good look at that death mask. First of all, it doesn't look. His face looks much more scrunchier. It looks like a younger kid. Okay, I get it. That's fine.
He looks a lot younger. Holy crap!
But his beard, that thing is like a snake. That was.
Look at the curves at the top of the hat. I don't remember the curves, kind of like curving around like that. I mean, it looks completely different. But not only that, it's now a mask, guys. So you can actually wear this thing. It wasn't something you wear. It was a sculpture.
Right.
It wasn't a death mask. Okay, guys?
It was complete face.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't something that he wore, like it's some kind of like, death parade or some attack. That's more closer to what I remember, but it wasn't a death mask. Okay, guys?
Troy,
You remember a death mask?
The beard part.
What is this creature? What is this creature right here? Let's talk about that, Troy. What is this?
It's a snake.
That's like some kind of like turkey vulture or something. That never was there. Come on, look, the cobra was always prevalent, and there's also a ton of residue with him just having the cobra right there in the front of his hat or headdress. But I mean, even look at his eye. Okay, so his left eye is like all like I mean, you can see his left eye. Well, I guess from us is his right eye. It's kind of like all like it's all white. You see the white in his eyes.
But like beat up before they did the sculpture.
Okay, well, let's figure that. I never looked at it too closely because I never thought to. But look at his beard. Let's take a different perspective. A close look at his beard. Okay, good. Yep. Look at that thing. Now, do we have a different angle? Look how low it is now, and let's look how it actually curves out now. It always was straight down for me.
But Troy, now it's shaped like a snake because he never had those like ridges, like the snake skin. That was never there, and it was never curved at the tip.
Here's a picture of King Tut with 44 stickers.
There you go. Okay, good.
Eagle number 44.
I like that.
All right, let's look at. I'm trying to find a good side view. There we go.
There you go. Look at that sucker.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Check out my beard, Joe. I'm gonna go ahead and spoon feed you. Yeah. Hey, you know what I mean? It's like that thing never happened. Come on, man. I mean, that's what it is. It's like a giant like beard spoon.
Well, I'm trying to keep my mind.
It's a ladle. It's a ladle. He's gonna serve you some sauce on your spaghetti. He's like, I gotta go here. I'll do it with my chin.
Hey, there you go.
I got this.
No, it wasn't like that.
No,
it was not like that. Come on, guys.
It didn't have the lines like a serpent's skin. It wasn't like that. That's a fact. The mask itself doesn't even look the same.
It doesn't look the same at all, and it was never a death mask. It was just a sculpture.
Just a sculpture. You're right. Yep.
All right, so is this a new change? Because I kind of remember talking about it.
Come on, man. Of course it is. Of course it is. Definitely. And we're going to talk about some more Egypt stuff here that, is going to be pretty prevalent here. I'm going to spring one on you.
King Tut.
We'll cover this here. Go ahead, Brian.
This is from a TV show. How many snakes do you see on his head?
Yep.
One.
One
Cobra.
Cobra.
There you go. Teresa, do you have any other residue for King Tut? You want to pop in there real quick?
No, I didn't get a chance to look for that one. I've been too busy looking for other residue.
It's fine. So what?
You didn't give me time.
It's fine. So we got Marilyn Monroe here. Marilyn, how do you think?
Here I am.
Okay, you were telling me earlier about Ramsey, the John Benet Ramsey 1995 incident.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned it in Teresa's group on Facebook, and she recalls that the kid died in 1996. I mean 1995. I'm sorry, and I recall the same thing in 1995. And in this reality, it changed to 1996. And not only did the year change, but the story changed. So I thought that was... And Julie's the girl. I don't remember her last name, but Julie was the girl who...
Nugent.
Yeah, Julie Nugent, yeah. We were talking about it this morning. And it's funny because she remembers a totally different way to the way the kid was found, the way I remember it.
Well, we have to be very thorough on the things that we explain, because I can tell you one thing, is that I've been looking back on Brian's videos, and some of the things that we've talked about have completely changed. We have to be very descriptive on the things that we're seeing. So what we're actually seeing right here, Brian, is King Tut's beard, protruding down, probably maybe a good 15 inches, and spooning out like a giant, like a spoon, like a ladle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you for a fact that was never the case. It maybe came down maybe 6 inches, and it was straight down. It had some kind of like braided type of thing that was around the beard, but it was never spooned out. At least, it never went out in any kind of outward direction ever. It was always straight down. Now watch, guys. Watch and see. This right here may change. It probably will, and it'll be the exact opposite as we're describing later on. Or this conversation will be deleted. So if you guys are actually listening to this right now, pay attention to how you describe every single one of the MEs that are happening. Because if you don't, they will change. Otherwise, we'll have no words to validate the things that we're seeing.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
So we have to be extremely descriptive. Like what's going on the table of the Last Supper, like all the bread. There was all the bread that's now on the table. These type of things, we have to be extremely descriptive of all the things that are happening in that particular scene because it will change everything but what we're talking about. That's just the way the ME is. We have to be extremely depictive of how it is, like from left to right, up to down.
But has anyone looked at any videos on that to see if it actually changed?
I've tried, and I can't seem to find it.
Yeah. There were so many videos on that.
Wish I could.
Well, you'd be hard pressed to do that. It might take a long time.
That's why I always tell people to keep themselves
Nothing's
updated.
too hard for me. I found the bites in Jaws.
No, I know you did. Listen, Teresa, if anyone's going to find it, you're definitely going to find it.
No, this is the newer bites. These are newer bites, not the first bites, a second bites. Right, Brian?
Yeah.
A brand new one. Yeah. Like new.
Huh.
Right, Brian?
Yes. Brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
E-Man,
Yes, you want to present it, Brian?
How you doing, brother? I want to hear from you, man. I haven't talked to you in a little bit. I've been meaning to jump into your shows. I've been working like 12-hour shifts, but I definitely want to hear from you, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I was telling people a long time ago that we had to really remember what we are talking about. Be very, like he said, that's why I look over my videos at least once a week so that I can keep myself updated because we can get so ahead that we'll probably forget what we just got through saying. So we have to be very, make our minds stretch. And so, that's how I look at it. And then I think
wow.
What I do think is since the community is so large and we are in every city almost and basically all around the world, we need to do secondary checks. And what I mean is when we find the Mandela effect, like say the one you've seen at the Mount Rushmore. I know somebody live where Mount Rushmore is. We need to have them go take a quick video so that we don't get duped saying things change. And because we see it on the web, because we know the web can be manipulated real easy. That way we have a secondary verification. That way they can't say, see y'all pushing out all of this non-checked stuff naturally, that's what I had one subscriber do with the what they call that the Abraham Lincoln statue. I had them today in Washington D.C. Had them go over there and take a couple of photos of it so that we can see it.
The Lincoln Memorial, yeah.
That is so crazy.
No,
the Lincoln Memorial, sure.
Yeah, that's good idea though, E-Man. For if you know people in certain areas that can do some actual physical, like be there in person and take pictures, like it's a good idea to make sure to check the facts before, you might say it.
Right.
You might be wrong.
Yeah, because the AI, if it can create faces, and clone voices, an image is easy to duplicate or to mess with.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it is like it could imitate your voice and stuff, and totally manipulate it. To make it seem like you actually said it, but it wasn't really you.
I told you
that's like some MK Ultra material.
My wife did that. Having at her job.
What?
AI. She called. She had called and left a voicemail to one of her bosses, and the AI called on her behalf and was saying all kinds of stuff. And what messed the AI up is it knows her as her nickname because she never say her real name on her phone. So it only knows her as her nickname. And so that's what gave it away because it didn't use her government name. It uses her nickname. And the boss said, it sounds like you, but I didn't know who Marie was. And she let her hear it, and that was her. Well, it was her voice.
That's crazy. How? And they're getting to where they're pretty accurate now.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, I want to know about this Ramsey case because I am very curious about it. I'm sure other people in the audience are about it. So what actually happened, and what do you guys remember that happened? So Julie's in the audience. Perhaps see if Ty were here. I'm pretty sure he could tell us. He's real good with history.
I spoke to Julie today, and she said that the kid was found in the basement wrapped up in a blanket, which I remember a completely different story. I remember they found her in the basement. Actually, the brother found her in the basement, and they had her laying on a table, and she was tied like she was on a cross. Her arms were extended and her feet were together, and that's how they found her, a rope around her feet and her arms. There was no blanket, no nothing. And it's kind of weird. But I do remember it happening in 95 because I remember where I lived and everything. And Julie has a different story, but she does remember it happening in 95 too. So it would be interesting to find out from the chat how do you remember.
The way she died is different, and the year that she died. Apparently, she died December 26, 1996.
Right.
How's it going, Reese?
Hey, good.
In the basement.
Good. Good. I didn't want to interrupt.
I
want to say something. Hey, Big Bird, what's up, man?
Hey, Big Bird.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. I kind of noticed that somebody's messing with my Facebook and YouTube.
Oh my God.
Hey, I can tell you one thing that's kind of freaking everybody out. It's your icon, man. Your icon's kind of like sinister, demonic. So you get a lot of people like. If you think that's funny, it's not.
I understand. I laugh at a lot of things.
You're laughing at your wizardry glowing eyes, like icon. And you get a lot of people like saying no, and so this is a spiritual channel, and you come in with a spiritual wizard with a glowing, deep, dark, sinister eyes. That's probably not a good choice for you, bub. I'm just saying.
Well, you're creating the shadows yourself. That's what you perceive when you see that picture. So it's not me. It's actually you.
No, it's not me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. It's what you're saying. When you're seeing a lot of people like blocking you, a lot of people that are blocking you are doing that because of your presence, of the way that you perceive, like the way you look. When people first see you and they hear what you're doing, including myself, I'm saying like sinister evil, and it's giving me a really eerie feeling. So you may want to rethink that the icon, and it's making me feel really eerie. And you're getting that from a lot of people. So if you're questioning a lot of people that are saying things that why they're blocking you, it's because
no, I didn't say anything about blocking me. I said somebody's tampering with my channel, like they hacked me, and they're like you're coming. I don't know what you're talking about, but it seems like you have some ulterior like ideas to what's going on. Seems like
I'm
you
just
have
telling
something.
you. No, I'm just saying.
You're being ridiculous, Billy.
Guys,
I
can
don't
we get back on? Can we
I
get
don't
back
have time
on
for this.
topic?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You're an evil wizard guy with the glowing evil demonic eyes. So probably not a good choice, bub.
Hey, Troy.
Can we get back on track, guys? Can we get back on
Let's
track?
talk about the effects. We're not here
You think it's funny?
mock one another. I mean, we're all here for a common purpose, and that's
I get it. Hey, I'm just presenting something where I'm just presenting something that's become like an issue, and I'm just telling you this. And I could call you out in a different forum, but I'm just saying a wizard with demonic eyes, talking about stuff is not.
You're afraid of me.
I'm afraid.
You're scared of my presence. Why are you being a child?
Why am I being a child? Because you're showing up with
why are you being a child?
And this is not the right form for you to be showing up with demonic eye wizardry.
What's going on? I don't get what y'all talking about.
I ain't saying nothing. Well, just
I'm talking to a demonic-eyed wizardry guy.
It's not.
That's not appropriate.
Who?
He's talking about the.
Who are you talking about?
Okay,
he's talking about his thumbnail.
He's Charles's picture.
Oh, it's okay. That's just his logo.
No, I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's okay. Not one bit. I don't think it's okay.
It's just for fun.
Well, I don't think.
Let's get back on track.
It's not what I'm afraid of here, Big Bird, because actually I'm telling you about it right now. It's not about me being afraid. It's about me confronting you. What it is. I think it's a very inappropriate, icon to have.
I guess
it's personal.
Blood sacrifice.
What he's saying is because this is a serious thing that's going on, and it's not like that. We if this was a regular chat, we were just talking funny stuff, but this Mandela effect, to me, is very, very serious.
It is.
I don't laugh at it. I don't play with it.
Does somebody just hang up?
I'm outside of here. I'm on a bell.
Who just hung up?
I think he accidentally.
E-Man accidentally.
Was that Charles?
No.
Was that Charles?
We lost
I'm right here.
activity. Let me. I want to share something else with you guys that was going on earlier before we got.
Just pissed off somebody. This
is what the heck happened earlier. This is the message I was getting right here. I could not log into YouTube. This was driving me nuts. So if you guys are getting AI encounters out, can you see that, guys?
Yeah.
I know. I'm looking at a picture of my desktop.
Oh,
screen.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So I'm just thankful that we could make it tonight, and we're trying to discuss effects. One that's really kind of bothering me right now is that I know we deal with logos too. Teresa thought it was an issue as well. So I'm going to talk about it real quick. Cheers. You guys remember the Cheers?
Yeah.
Like pretty good detailed?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can tell if it was messed up, right?
Oh, definitely. I used to watch that show all the time.
I saw that and it threw me off.
The E's look messed up. Hang on, let's point this out here. I'll trace it too, just so everybody's happy.
Can you pull it up?
Yeah. You guys see that?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
It looks bizarre. I noticed it right off the bat when I seen it, guys.
The E's different in the C too, I think.
Wait.
Yeah. Huge Mandela effect.
The C looks like an E.
Yeah.
The S is a bit of a change for me.
Yeah, the S. So I agree with you, Charles.
Yeah,
What's with? I don't even know if I remember all the red.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah.
I thought it was just yellow.
That little S loop on the bottom right corner is just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I agree with you, Charles.
I remember it being yellow, and it was kind
Who
of
hung up?
a brown color around the letters, like a kind of like a light brown. There was no.
I remember that.
There was no red in it.
An outline around the list. Wow, I need to go get it. Let me go get a DVD.
Yeah, please. Please, let's
I
you
do
guys,
got, unless the ex-wife took them all, because
you guys out in the audience, please help us investigate this to see if this.
Where did Troy and Ty go?
They'll be back. It's just probably connection issues. I've been having some issues all night. But yeah, the
No, Troy and Ty left.
They got dropped.
Oh, I don't know.
You got dropped. It's fine. It's connection issues. So the S looks like a 6, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Or a broken 8 or something. But these are weird too. Like, I don't remember them being like that.
I'm sorry, I can't find no cheers. I got Scooby Doo.
Yeah, they were normal E's. I would
bear.
But it's been like this since 1982 to 1993. Somebody help me out here.
Well, we have a couple
Everybody knows your name.
I'm looking at some of the pictures there, and they do have the one with the brown, but it's still in the same font thing that you're showing, Brian. Like, it's weird.
The color is off.
Yeah.
Brian, can I talk about my McDonald's ME? It's freaked me out today.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
The McDonald's?
Yeah, the whole thing changed on me.
Okay. What happened with McDonald's?
I'll send you the picture. Hold on. I go there every week because I have like a free Big Mac that I have. That somebody gave me a card. Yeah, every week. And this really freaked me out. I'm going to show Brian. I want him to show it. And it hasn't just been me. It's been other people experiencing this. Brian, did you see what I sent it to you?
Yeah, sure.
You want me to send it again?
Yeah, hold on. We had a couple new people join us. Charles and Sharknicon. So guys, you know we have Marilyn Monroe with us. Do you have any questions for tonight too?
Marilyn, show us your pretty face.
Yeah, I heard that you weren't the first one to do that scene with the dress.
Oh, there you go.
No,
I heard through the grapevine that there was another person that actually did that a long time ago, and so you were just mimicking them.
No.
but in my world, you did it first. So,
Brian, I just sent it to you.
Okay, is it the one with Harold Beebe? The one he shared?
No, this is my experience I had today.
Oh, okay, because somebody sent me something from Harold Beebe.
Oh yeah, that yeah. There's something weird going on there.
Yeah, guys, you know the Harry Potter cloak?
Yeah.
I'm curious about this one. I'll share it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's real or not, but Harold probably posted it. See that background? See it?
There
Brian,
you go.
see the background, the black?
It's a quantum of invisibility cloak.
Yes. Yeah, they were working on that in like 1990.
But the thing is, you can...
Oh my God.
No, 2000.
Brian, look at the M. Look at the M on the side of the building on the black. That's all new.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God! Yeah, no. I go there every Friday to have my Big Mac because I have, like I said, I have a free Big Mac until October, and no way. No.
Okay, where did you send it to?
To your PM. What the heck? And look at the M.
Yeah, it's different.
And look at the background. That wasn't black last week. It was brown. Look at the picture. Yeah, no. And there's a picture of me eating too, if you want to show it. No, that's wrong. And it's not just me having that experience with the McDonald's changing the black background. There's been a lot of people reporting that happening to them on YouTube, and I've seen it. Yeah, it's not just me.
While I'm here, mind if I share this beautiful residue of the word says where there are two or more gathered in his name, he's there with them, right?
Oh yeah, I found that.
Yeah, now it's
I don't know what this is.
when 2 or 3 gathered in my name.
Yeah.
Someday, life is gonna be brighter.
Matthew 18:20. Where 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them.
Yep, and it changed.
Perfect residue. See, the residue, that's the thing. The residue would not be there if it never existed.
Sharon McDonald's in the house.
Yo, what's up, Sharon? She would know about McDonald's. We asked her last time, remember? Ask her if she remembers about the brown or the black. I'm curious about that, the background.
That one's freaking me out, Brian. I'm sorry.
All right. So anyway, let's see. I didn't hear anything from Sharkticon yet. Sharkticon, how are you doing, brother, this week? How was your week?
It's been crazy. Crazy, but, you know, it's just the way it is. I don't, you know, with all the moon and whatever is going on with the astral stuff, and then it's just been weird, you know. So, I'm totally flipped around now. And it's not just me, my son's affected too. And so, he kind of shifts with me mostly. And so now we're cleaning house, and he told me today, Dad, now we're fixing to get sick because we're cleaning the house. I'm like, yeah, I know. You know, it's like we go to Clorox and then clean up everything like we used to, and we're all going to get sick again. He knows, you know, it's like, oh, Lord, it's just, you know. But yes, this time, you know, I'm cleaning the house, changing things around, basically so healing and shifting my puzzle pieces inside me along with the house to be able to, you know, hopefully figure this stuff out a little bit better, and that's just the way it seems to help. It just helps. So, but when I hit Mandela, I totally quit, you know, giving a crap about the house, and you know, I got all these Transformer toys here. Anyhow, it's just weird. It's been really weird, and that's just one thing. You know, it has been. You know, I could spend an hour talking about it, but I'm not going to. But you know. Well, so yeah, it's been a very trippy last week, and so yeah, it's been weird. So yeah, but you know, went to the lake and did stuff with my son. Kind of stayed off of anything on the Mandela world, you know, as far other than seeing it in real life. But you know, we went and swam at the lake, and you know, went and got a burger and got some pizza. And
wait, hold on, guys. Speaking of burgers, it's funny you said that because Betty Davis is in the audience.
Oh,
yo, what's up, Betty? He says Big Macs are now flame broiled. I don't remember that.
Wait, no, that's Burger King.
No, yeah, I know that's Burger King. Is that in effect?
I remember seeing a commercial about it recently, so.
Okay, maybe it's just one of their new methods that they're doing.
Yeah, because they advertise it on television.
And I think I know the reason why they changed McDonald's to a brown or black, whichever one it is, because of the McCafe. They're trying to set themselves up as like a Starbucks or like a Starbucks coffee or something.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's one that turned black where I live, and I took a picture of it. And then when I went to the drive-through, I took a picture of the wall, and you could see that the black paint was chipping off, so it was there for a while.
I told you, Brian.
Yeah. That was kind of creepy.
Brian, that's what I meant. That wasn't there last Friday. It was brown. Now it's black.
They're turning black.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, maybe that's because I've been trying to place what's going on with my McDonald's around here the last few weeks, and maybe that's what it is. It's the coloring of behind. I mean, there's something off, and I couldn't place my finger on it, so maybe that's it. I have to
they were brown
next
before
time I go
Sharkticon.
in town. Okay, I have to look when I go back in town next time, which might be a week, might be 2 weeks, but yeah, I'll look because it's been driving me nuts. Because I know
I noticed it right away, guys. Right away.
Cool.
Brian, did you get a chance to look at that Rooney, what's his name, Unimani?
Unimundi?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Great guy. But yeah, I have a hard time.
He had a really good
today
about the crystal skull whip.
Yeah, the crystal skull. Yeah. That's what I was kind of leading up to that next. Let's see, crystal skull. So what's the story with that again?
I think he said that there was one that was made 8 years prior to that one.
All right, let's watch that real quick. I'm sure he won't mind if I play a snippet of it. And for that, I'll be wearing my Indiana Jones hat. Okay. Let's watch this real quick.
Dun, 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 dun.
Of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull opened up. And by the way, 8 years before the movie,
No way.
I am a huge fan of Indiana Jones and mainly the Crystal Skulls. Okay, our second version exists since 2001 in Japan, in Disney Japan. Okay, Indiana Jones Adventures.
This is a video game.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Huh? Oh.
Yes.
Wait, what?
2001, 8 years before the film. Okay.
8 years before the
different version.
crystal skull.
Hey, Meegs.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, Meegs?
I want to say hi. Oh, is
Meegs is here. He just made my night. He just made my night.
What's
Hello.
up, Teresa?
Hey,
Well,
what's up?
I have 1,000. I'm over 1,000 now, Meegs. Over 1,000 people.
You're gonna be too
Yes.
to hang out with us.
No, I'm not. I'm still me, no matter if I get 10,000 people. I'm still me.
Good.
Me with me. Me with me.
What's up with the crystal skull change?
Apparently this Indiana Jones adventure about a crystal skull temple or something like that came out 8 years before the real movie came out. Do you remember it?
Oh, what? No.
It is still, the movie's still Kingdom, right? Not Temple.
Yeah, I think this is a video game or something.
Oh, it's a video game?
I'm thinking. I'm guessing.
It's a video game. I don't think so, Corey.
Sometimes I think this whole place.
No, but there's no photos of the movie, like or the actors' names or anything. No.
Oh, was it a ride? Was it based on a ride? Like,
Could be a theme park or something too.
Kiera movie?
Oh, so maybe that's what he's talking about. That came out 8 for the movie.
But you know that's an awful long time to make a ride before a movie. I mean,
that's kind of strange if that's
because it's like I remember, Han Solo, actor. Anyhow, saying he only makes 3 movies. He doesn't make a 4th one because some kind of curse or something. It's like something weird,
Maybe,
and of course, then he made the 4th one. He finally made it,
Maybe Spielberg just took the name from that adventure thing. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. Was it the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Oh.
Or was it? I thought it was Indiana Jones or something.
Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
I've only watched it. Well, I watched it twice. It was always Kingdom of the Crystal Skull from myself. But I don't know which myself I'm talking about.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
It was such a forgettable.
It definitely wasn't Temple of the.
The movie was so bad.
Wow.
It was so bad. Yeah.
This Indiana Jones Adventure, Temple of the Crystal Skull, is a dark ride from Tokyo Disney Sea. Tokyo Disney Sea. September 4, 2001. And it says it is based on the Indiana Jones series. So, are you telling me did they honestly get the idea from this park?
You know what? Maybe it's from the book series.
No, the book series. I just had a brain fart. I read that actual book, Brian.
Okay.
But it was like it was like, I don't know, 20 years ago or something, or whatever the date was. Anyway, that it was. Yeah. Now that I mention it, if I have the time, I'd go look for the book. Just give me a second. I'll look if I can find it.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's
kind of like the Hardy Boys, you know.
It's
like
ironic that it came out. This thing came out a week before September 11th.
Woo! Lightning bug.
Huh?
Come here, baby. I got a lightning bug. You're gonna let him back outside.
I want to see. I haven't seen lightning bugs in years.
Yeah, they're here now again. Oh, where'd he go?
They usually come out in August.
Yeah.
I don't think they're called lightning bugs anymore. Somebody said.
Oh, are they not? Oh, wow. I wonder. You know, and what's sad is when I was a kid, or we do the other thing. We squish them on our fingers, and then the light would get a glowing finger for a little bit. You know?
That's nice.
Yeah, I am.
That's pretty gross.
You know, it is. I don't do that no more. I'm trying to get one to crawl out my door right now. I'm not squishing it. I'm just trying to get
I don't
out my door.
Bugs.
I used to catch them. I used to catch them in a jar and put them in my nightstand.
Yeah. That's cool. That is so cool.
I had about 40 of them.
Yeah, if you get enough of them, you know, they do. It makes quite a bright light.
Hey, we saved on electricity that time.
Oh, sorry, guys. I couldn't find
it. It's probably coming again. So you got the knowledge, you get the power. What like He-Man or something, you know?
Hey, Sharkticon, where do you say you live again?
Oh, Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay, cool. You and Meegs are practically neighbors then.
I've been listening to how much crazy occult activities in Arkansas. Have you run into that?
Oh, no. Well, no, I mean, evidently there's a lot of people like to make crack or whatever the drug is anymore.
Right.
Meth, that kind of stuff, you know, and I don't know about now, but, you know, I quit watching the TV back in December, so I couldn't tell you what's going on even in the world.
I'll tell you what movie.
Other than, you know, Hawaii's going through a lot of, bless their hearts, a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hawaii's getting pummeled.
How you been, Meegs?
That's about all I know.
Man, how's it going, my Chicago friends? I used to live there for 5 years. I miss Chicago so much.
So, Meegs, in case you're wondering, we have Marilyn Monroe with us. Marilyn, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, Marilyn? Why'd your beauty spot move?
Hey, sure.
She's there, look.
I told the story already. You have to listen to it. Because I forgot.
Never asked.
Oh, you really did put the beauty spot on. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. My roommate in college had a Monroe piercing, and it was on her upper lip.
Yeah,
told you.
Used to
be crazy. Oh, nice to meet you, Marilyn. I'm kind of shell shocked.
Yeah, I'm starstruck.
Meegs, today is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! I would sing it to you in a breathy voice, but that would just be weird.
She looks pretty good for being 89, doesn't she?
I would say so. I don't know what kind of vitamins you're taking, but
I get that a lot.
I don't remember that.
Whoa. I can't believe how many crazy changes that are happening around Marilyn Monroe. But I think it's...
Hey, what is your real name, Marilyn Monroe? What is your real name?
You know my real name, Brian.
Norma Jean Baker?
Norma Jean without the E.
Okay.
I was trying to tell that to
Yeah,
people at work. Nobody knew what Marilyn Monroe's original name was. I'm like, come on, Elton John did a song about that, and nobody. Yeah, that's a huge change.
Yes, there's no E, Meegs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People are just being silly.
I couldn't believe that. I was shocked. Now I just come off as a total crazy person whenever I bring up a Mandela effect change to people at work. They're just like, okay, go on about your Mandela change again. We'll be over here.
I think what had happened is people that made the Mandela effect a trend. The trend have left to stop. And so now nobody interested. Like, what's next?
Yeah.
And I tell people, man, look, the Mandela effect is like a bomb in your backyard. You ain't gonna be all comfortable when you got a bomb in the backyard.
No.
Meegs, I see you got a brand new video out. You want to talk about it?
Exactly. Yeah. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I see it. I'm getting ready to post it to our group. Okay.
Oh, are you talking about me?
Yeah, you got a brand new video just came out. I see it.
Yeah.
Want to talk about it?
Oh, it's so weird, guys. There's like multiple different spellings for the same word.
What?
In my King James version of the Bible, most notably, it was with the word more. There's 3 different spellings for the word more. Mo, and more. And now we have a word called Throughly. Throughly. Thoroughly. But it's like another spelling for thoroughly. It's
how's it spelled?
I think I've seen that. Was that in the New Testament?
In the Old Testament, and it's just bizarre. I'm seeing all these. Like I looked in the history. I have 2 different books on the history of the King James Bible now, and the wording, like the etymology. And so they're saying like it's okay that there were multiple different spellings for the same word popping up in the King James version of the Bible. You could just have like 5 different spellings for the same word. And I've seen that multiple times now, but yeah, this word popping up now, it's in verses like "wash me throughly," or like break them throughly in pieces, and it's just like,
how do you find all these Meegs? How do you find them all?
I just crack open the Bible and like I try to read it now for what I can, but it's now I just see all these weird words. Weird names, weird.
I think I find residue. I think it wants you to find it in the Bible. You know how you're attracted to finding them, just like me finding residue.
Yeah, right.
And once you start finding them, they don't quit.
Right.
Yes. It's like just keeps coming and coming and coming.
I call Meegs and EYA the Bible queens.
Well, it's just so funny that like nobody else seems to be covering this in the mainstream, or like any pastors still won't really touch it. And the only pastors that are talking about it are like Pastor Lawson, who says Mandela effect straight from hell. I love Pastor Charles Lawson, but like he's like supposed to be awake. He's supposed to talk about conspiracy theories and stuff and bring light to all that, but he calls the flat Earth and the Mandela effect like completely straight out of hell. And I'm like, no.
You know why? You know why? I don't know already, because I'm a minister myself, and I know why they doing that. They never believe what they was reading. They're afraid. They're afraid of leaving this earth, and so they don't want to believe that the end time is here because they don't want to leave. Or they don't want nothing to happen.
Right.
One thing I always, to myself, I ain't don't get me wrong, but as a man is a man, and I didn't ever understand the whole sheep, because you've got a sheep talking to sheep, so why listen to the sheep? Just go straight to the source. That's just my how I do it.
Well, actually, it's supposed to be the pastor's supposed to be the shepherd, You know,
Yeah,
God
I know.
said,
I agree. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm just saying for myself. I'm not trying to. I, you know, I ain't definitely ain't trying to ruffle feathers or anything. But for myself, you know, I always viewed a man as a man, and then you've got Jesus and you got God, and so it's like that's different, and that's just how the way I see it. So I learned a long time ago, don't trust the preacher because, I mean, I'm not saying don't trust the preacher. I'm saying I never understood the differences. So I'm just weird like that.
God said in the word, don't trust no man. He did say that. But he did also say that he gives power to his own heart to feed you knowledge and understanding. And so
yes.
you got to put them in the right perspective place. And I think the problem with so many people, they have held pastors like they was gods instead of
Yeah,
God's
that's
messengers.
exactly. They're messengers. They're not.
Right.
You know, and they got good stuff to say. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, you know, yeah.
I understand exactly where you're coming from. And so, you know, it is the best. The best thing is to get it from the source. But when you're a baby in Christ, you know, just like if you was a babe growing up, you got to get some milk first, and then you'll learn how to eat on your own. You know, sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, so you know, as long as you get your milk and your basis, and then you can start reading the word on your own, and God will give you understanding.
Yeah.
You know?
Do y'all, any of y'all remember, like I went to a Baptist, but it was BABPTIST, and that was how the church was spelled. It was, I mean, that, you know, I went to a Baptist across the street. It was
changing the photo
right there.
Man, look at the most important. Look at Meegs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, E-Man. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh.
This is how it works. It's like right when something important's being said, the text.
It's the AI, guys.
Yeah, the AI does it, and
They mess with us all the time. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'll get ready to show Brian Residue or something. All of a sudden, the phone just hangs up. Right, Brian? Every time.
Oh. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, Sarkicon. I mean, we can't, like, people idolize, people put pastors on a pedestal sometimes. Wow, that's a lot of alliteration with the P's. Pastors on a pedestal.
yeah, that's a tongue twister.
Pastors on a pedestal.
Yeah.
We can't put
like, you know, if I'm going to pray, I don't pray to the preacher and say, hey, can you give this message? I just pray to God.
Yeah, and Jesus, his disciples to pray to God. He taught them to pray directly to God.
I would just expect that somebody so close to God as Pastor Lawson, and I bring him up because I listen to him so much for other types of sermons. You know, he's wonderful. I don't know why there seems to be only a certain amount of the church, the body of Christ, who can see or is allowed to see the changes. I don't understand, but I know I have to just give it to God and not try to like.
Yeah. Everything's the way it's supposed to be. It's already happened, and it is happening now again. And
everything happens for a reason.
It does. I think so. Like I say, what do they say? There aren't any coincidences, isn't that what they
right?
Like that?
Yeah. Well, if you chalk it up to coincidence, you'll never solve the mystery if you're trying to look at it in a detective point of view.
Yeah. I try to keep my mind open. Wait, hey, this is Charles.
Yeah.
Charles. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keep my mind open and just enjoy the weirdness because it gets freaking weirder every day.
Well, love is key. So whenever negativity starts to set in, if you're seeing it from another source, and it's actually your mind creating that thought.
Yes.
And then see it as evil, and it's within yourself. So it's hard to tell people that they're actually projecting themselves because one notices their issues or their faults when they see it in someone else because they recognize it, and it's hard to see yourself. You can't see yourself like.
The hardest thing to do is to look at yourself in the mirror.
Well, when there's an old saying from one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies where when evil sees itself, it shall die.
Is that why Dracula can't see itself?
So, if you can't see your own like evil, then it'll never die. It's like it's a self awakening. Like no one can really tell you. You have to be awakened within. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, I know everything's trippy anymore, and we're all puzzle pieces, and we all get our.
Humble.
The main thing is humbled. I'm very humbled to met everybody I've met, and I'm humbled to know my journey and through trying to figure this stuff out. I ain't always been right at all. I never claimed to be right, and I always still do say I don't know.
Well,
I just know that I don't know.
I've been doing a lot of different researches, and I noticed the circle has a major role in so many different knowledges that exist. The heliocentric model has many circles because the planets and the stars are going like in a motion around another object. And I found out that circles also correlate with magic and dark incantations. And I also noticed that in shapes, when it comes to like DNA and other sources of knowledge, the circles play a huge role, and starting to have a funny feeling that they all correlate. And you know what the biggest circle is? The Earth, the round Earth, concept, and they got everybody focused on it, and it's a ritual. Basically,
dude, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
And it's
I don't know what shape it is. It could be a freaking hexagon for all I know. I don't know. I've never, I'm getting a plane, and the times I have been around, going from across the oceans, there was like 2 little windows, and they had me on the medical bed, so I couldn't see out them.
The curve mathematically, it doesn't fit what they're showing us, because if you try to do it mathematically, it would be so much more of a curve than what we see. And the curve there, it's such a small curve that if the world is round, it'd be a heck of a lot bigger if you go by those calculations.
Well, now, see, and you know how we get controlled responses, right? It was like, only thing I mentioned to my dad at one time, I've seen different versions of my dad come through, my God, and all I've got is my dad and my son, and, in my physical realm, here with people, my dad, my son, and my ex-wife, and that's it, that's it for family. It's like, the other ones, I don't know, and there wasn't very many at all, but it doesn't matter, but, so, my dad, I was saying, one time, months and months and months back, I was like, I wasn't even talking about round Earth or nothing. I was just talking, and I'm like, so how can I see the moon, but they say I can't see but like 7 miles across the ocean? I'm like, how the shit does that work, And then he just went into a program response of like, the Earth is round, I'm like, I wasn't even talking about a flat Earth. I'm talking about how can I see the moon and I can only see 7 miles, but I can look at across the ocean. I can,
And the sun is 93 million. The sun is 93 million miles away. There's no way that our visual cortex can actually see that far without assistance.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what? So, it's fascinating, it's just fascinating. And
well, we're just using simple common sense to debunk their, they say it takes critical thinking, but I mean, common sense, knowledge can't exist without it being observed. And the Big Bang Theory, like I always say, where's the observer? That's It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, we all need to go. We should all get together and make movies like E.T. and the Karate Kid and the Goonies, because this place has no creativity. We could come up with some really awesome movies just on the weirdness we've seen. Some really, better, of course the butterfly effect, but we could really come up with some good movies and.
If you
go to make some crappy, there's enough of us. We could make some kind of thing, make it at the film festival, and probably make it big, and then we could buy it, well, I don't know if you ever actually own it, but
you mean like a non-profit organization type of scenario?
No, not quite. I mean, it would be like a production. Everybody come together and we'd make a skit, sort of thing.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or if
I want to play the Residue Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you just think of yeah, exactly, Teresa. Just think of what little it took to make the Blair Witch Project. So there you go. Well, you don't have to have a lot of money to make something that hits home.
Oh, if it's a Blair Witch, then I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Maybe a bad example.
But,
hey, Brian.
But Tracy's
Brian.
gonna die in the first 5 minutes.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
Brian. You know how Buffy the Vampire Slayer had her steaks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Fruit Loops and I'm gonna throw them at people.
Yeah, you throw them at my rabbit.
And then I'm gonna spray them with Febreze.
I like that.
While wearing my monocle on my eye too. I'm not done. And wearing my Skechers.
No, and wearing one Depends.
And my Depends. And my Depends too.
Guys. E-Man is trying to come through. E-Man, can you go ahead?
E-Man.
Sorry.
I'm fine.
I'm crazy. Sorry, you guys. I couldn't resist that one.
I gotta run tonight. I'm sorry.
No, Meegs, don't go.
Meegs,
I just posted your video in my group. Okay.
Oh, thanks, Teresa.
Oh, and Meegs, by the way, I want you to post more in the group, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on. You can post whatever you like in there. Okay.
I will.
Can I ask you one question?
I want to hear from you more.
All right, sister.
Me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I think I must have subscribed to you a long time ago, but you know how that goes. It's like your subscriptions go away for some reason. But I do want to make sure, if I subscribe to you again and I see I'm not subscribed to you, you don't cry every video, right?
Not anymore.
When I was sitting there here, you like really tripped me out. You're like, oh my God, my Bible's changed. And you was like crying. And I was like, oh my God. Then I realized my Bible was, all three of mine had changed. And that's what brought me into the realization that this isn't a conspiracy. It's in my own house.
See, I love Meeks.
Yeah.
I love Meeks' passion. That's her passion. That's her DNA.
No, I know now. I'm just making a joke, but yeah. You were trying so hard on that video I saw a long time ago. It was like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, or whatever. It's like, I was like, and there's an empath. We feel so much. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm hurting.
Dude, it gets real, doesn't it?
Meegs, you were the one that woke me up along with EYA about the Bible changes, and so did E-Man.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, praise God. I mean, praise God, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people, I've heard at least two people, and probably many more, have come to Jesus through seeing the Bible changes.
Especially, what was that Ezekiel one or something where the donkey, the donkey thing? I won't say what it is.
Right. Donkey genitals. Oh my gosh.
I love the devil. I love the devil. She was like, "Now, don't you know they are speeding their issue? We got X-rated in the Bible now. They funneling her brain."
God,
I'm
man.
like, Lord Jesus.
And so many people defend it like with the donkey genitals. I'm like, really? That's okay to you guys?
You know what I think's going on here, and maybe E-Man could vouch for that. Is it possible? How are the pastors not seeing this stuff? Are they avoiding it to not?
I'm gonna tell you why they're ignoring it because what they're saying is they want to focus on exaltation, edification, and making people feel happy. And if they tell their people the Bible changing, because they put the Bible as God instead of putting the Bible as the Word inspired by God, they put the Bible as God. And so if you tell them they Bible change, they've been worshiping the Bible instead of worshiping the Creator.
And the same thing with rounders. They've gotten to that point where they worship it. Like they'll like if you mess with their comfort pillow, like they will turn into one of those situations.
And so all the ministers in my church, what they say it can't change. The Word is the Word. God ain't gonna let nobody take His word. I say, well, I guess you don't read the Word because the Word says. And Amos, can y'all see the Word? They're gonna make you find it.
Am I still here? I hit some buttons on my phone. I don't even know if I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Can I say one thing that what I see? Because I'm not a Bible, I don't read, but I know if I need, I could go and just open my book and put my finger with blinds, my sunshades on and whatnot, and point, and I know I would see a message I need to see. Anyhow, but what I always thought that I thought maybe a lot of people would think, but I don't think they do, is because some people think it's like evil, and I don't believe it's evil. What I believe is if it's God's book, God is the only one that can change it, right? So God can change His words.
Yeah.
Well,
and there are none who stand beside.
He's not changing it. It's because He wouldn't change His Bible to make it perverted. Right. He wouldn't be talking about.
No.
He wouldn't be putting piss on the wall and issues and titties and.
Do you think that might be a way to get people to come back to the Bible?
Exactly.
You got to look at the good over the bad. It's like, so why would God change that? And I think it's to get people to attention on the
because He said His people perish for the lack of knowledge, and He said we're going to seek the Word and ain't going to be able to find it. Matthew 7:25 says that the devil was going to think about changing laws and times, and it was going to be given to him for a times and divides of time. And so it can't. The thing about the Bible is He knows His people ain't going to see it anyway. Because look at him now. None of His leaders are accepting it. None of them. So if He's changing it for that reason, it's not working.
There's a lot of contradictions going on. God
is not the author of confusion. God ain't gonna put nothing in His Bible to confuse you.
But amen. What I see, and this is kind of weird, but what I see. So He changes it, right? He changes it to something that's so absurd.
Hypothetically. Say hypothetically.
Well, okay, hypothetically, if that makes you feel better. But so God changes something totally absurd, right? And the Bible, amen. You know the Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. I don't know it. I know what I know, but I don't know the. It's always read like stereo instructions. But so he changes the words, right? And then next thing you know, you're saying to the people, no, this is how it's supposed to be. That is a stronger message right there because to me, because you're straightening it out.
Well, the thing is because we've been set up. See, you gotta realize we've been set up because We got 150 translations, and according to law, every translation that you make has to be 10% different from the original text. And so we already in the negative 150. And then you look at these other pastors, they don't forgot how home look. So you can tell them to change. Only thing they gonna say, well, maybe you read the wrong translation.
That's what they always tell me too, man.
That's true.
It's like I don't seem to remember in Matthew chapter 15 there being a second feeding of 4,000. Because I remember the 5,000, but I don't remember a 4,000 group. Do you?
No.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Because what happened with that was the first group he had the bread. The second group, they didn't have nothing. And he told them, don't you remember what I did with the first and how many baskets you took up? So why are you tripping now? If I can make manna come from the sky. So yeah, it was two groups that I remember that. I think what's happening, that's why I stopped messing with Mark and Luke, Matthews and John, because they have differences already. And if you read them, it seems like, and this for years, it seems like they contradict one another. And so when the Mandela effect messed with them, I try to stay away from them because see what happened is I say, well, you remember this wasn't like this, and then they'll go into another translation and say, see, you was wrong because here it is right here. And I said, well, it wasn't right there. It was right here. And so I stopped messing with Mark, Matthew, and Luke and John because of that fact. You know, only thing I mess with in Mark, Matthew, and John is when God say, shoot him, slay them that don't serve me, or the Lord's Prayer. You know, and you know, because it was only in two places.
Yeah, I still don't see how the devil can change the Bible, because the devil is so far beneath God, and God can whoop his ass. God can just sit there, and I think God's going, you better learn because you ain't doing right. You know, I don't believe God. You know, the devil can overcome God's word.
He can't. See, the word is Jesus. Jesus never changed.
Well, Jesus is God, right?
He is the word, right? Jesus is the word. We talking about his written word that's expired by him. See, his written word has been changing ever since Constantine.
I don't understand it. And believe me, I'm a novice. I'm a novice, man. So don't. And I'm curious. So don't. You know. I don't want to think I'm like sacrilege or some kind. You know. But I really, you know, I just see things in my way. But I don't understand how the devil can change God's word because God is over the devil. So it's impossible.
No, wait, but see, if God give him authority to, see, everything that the devil do, he has to get authority. When he messed with Job, and killed his family, took his health and all that, he had to get God permission. See, God has given him permission to do this. See, it's going to be a time when you got an Antichrist. And for the Antichrist to come, he has to situate everything to his liking.
Yeah, you got the bad through the good, right? You got to go through the bad to get to the good.
So he has to take the word and make it none effect. Because see, the word has got power. And as long as we got the word intact, and we got all kinds of power. That's why God told us to hide the word in our heart, not hide it in the book.
Wow! That right there. Okay. All right. There. I like that. Yeah, hide the word in your heart, not what you're seeing.
Yeah, not in the book.
That's right. The word is in your heart. But
what's up?
Yes.
Guys, hold up. We have big news in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Scrappy app, and everybody's talking about Psalm 68 verse 4. Let's see what it says. let's put on our investigation hat real quick, okay?
Sounds good.
I don't want to ignore the chat. Psalm 64, okay? So I'm going there now.
Oh, yeah, it says Jah, like the Rastafarian god.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. It doesn't make any sense. The J sound, to have written it like that would make absolutely no sense, because J is not a sound in Hebrew, ever. You wouldn't have that. It would be like a yah, like a Y sound, like a yah.
It's, yeah, Jah.
But Jah and Jehovah,
Yahweh.
writing it like that absolutely makes
No.
Yeah, like in all caps too is weird.
It says, sing unto God, sing praises to his name, extol him that rideth upon the heavens by his name Jah, and rejoice before him. It's almost like they took the W-E-H off of there. It's supposed to be Yahweh. Yahweh.
Yeah, you say Yahweh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, they did. And see, that's what I'm saying. See, this machine, the devil machine, because it ain't nothing but a fallen technology. He had to get the Bible out the way. That's why God told us to, study, show ourselves approved, rightfully dividing the word of truth. And I mean, and see, a lot of people thought that was for later. Because see, now we do have to divide the word truth because we got lies and twisted all everywhere. And so if we were studying to show ourselves approved, we would already know how to divide the lies from the truth. But I think a lot of pastors, they was relying on the Bible to never change. So they was preaching what they seen, not what they kept in their heart. They didn't capture it and take the message in and then deliver it. They just was reading the message.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, speaking
and it's not their fault. I don't think it's their fault. They're only human too.
Well, it is, because God says study shows proof. He told us to hide in our heart.
Well,
so,
speaking
I think we just got lackadaisical. And just like a whole lot of stuff that the Christian or the community of God have let slip past,
Yeah.
And that's why he said, if his people are called by his name, will humble themselves and seek my face and turn away from their wicked ways, then he will hear from heaven and heal the land. Because he know his people is off. His people is off. We just nonchalant. We done lost our savor. We supposed to be salt of the earth. Now the earth is salting us. We supposed to be influencing, but we being influenced.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I don't know what Super Champion says here, saying we are God. There is no reason to blame anyone or anything. I don't know. I don't think we're gods like that. No.
I think what he's trying to say, that we're creators, not that we're God himself. We're just
we are creators, and
we can do.
I think we're the children of God. We are fractals of God upon fractals.
If you take it literally, if you created in somebody's image and their likeness, and their name is God, you maybe not be the God, but you a carbon copy of the God. And so when you carbon copy, you are in the same, you're not a God, but you little juniors.
That's right.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm just a fractal of a fractal of a fractal of a fractal of God.
Right.
I'm a child of God. I'm not a God.
Some people get offended when people say that, but if I'm creating his likeness and in his image, and he is a God, I'm not the God.
Well, right. I think we're his representatives. Honestly, we're supposed to represent what true things are, and the only people who are mad at you for speaking the truth are those people who are living a lie. I'm just going to keep speaking truth. That's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, people.
I don't care
people
one
that
voice
be
or
married
100 voices.
to what the words say, Brian? Brian say, look, Brian, the words say, don't worry about who can kill the body, but who can kill the soul. He said, if you be ashamed of him, he'll be ashamed of you. And so we can't be wiggling in our fleshly body like we scared.
No, I ain't scared of none of this shit.
No, you remember that story about the boat and Jesus was out there with his disciples and then
cast your net.
What happened? He fell asleep on the boat, Jesus. And the storm was going and the disciples were scared out of their wits. Yeah. And he just said, quiet, be still, and the waters were just calm.
That's it. He said, be still.
Is that when he said cast your nets to the left side or something?
It was.
No, that was when he came. That's when he came back, and that story is really bad now because now it says that somebody ran to him naked.
Huh? Wait, no, what is it? Wait.
They took their coat off and ran to him naked.
No.
And jumped into the water naked.
What verse is that?
A couple different Bible.
I thought they just cast their nets and they caught some fish. It's like naked stuff.
I think he was on the boat naked. It says he was on the boat fishing naked. Around all the men, and he put his coat on and ran into the lake.
There's a lot.
Sounds like good. Sounds like a good way to get your pecker caught. I don't know, between a net and hooks and. I don't agree with that. I don't even know what the hell that's talking about.
The thing is, I tell people this, and Brian, just give me just 1 minute and I'll be through. Just one, real fast. I'll make it real fast. I tell people this. I'm starting to tell people that get your 5 scriptures. If you can live them 5, the rest is nonchalant. And what I mean by that, if you can trust in the Lord with all our heart, lean not on your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Proverbs 3:5. If you do that one, if you do Romans 10:9 and 10, confess with your mouth that Jesus raised from the dead, you should be saved. If you do Romans 12:2, renew your mind. And then if you do love your neighbors as yourself, and have no other God before him, you're fine. All the rest of that, they're just stories and situations that may not even pertain to you. If you can just do them 5 things and do them 5 scriptures, you can make it in.
So wait, which 5 scriptures is that, E-Man?
Romans 12 and 2.
Yeah.
And Proverbs 3:5. Romans 10:9 and 10. That's when you confess to yourself that Jesus rose from the dead and that he died for your sin. You gotta have that one.
Wait, Proverbs 3:5. What's the next one?
Romans. You got the Romans 12 and 2.
Yep, I remember. I recall.
Romans 10:9 and 10.
What's the next one after Proverbs?
Romans 10:9 and 10.
Wait, I can't hear you. Go slower.
Romans 10:9 and 10. And then the last commandment, which is love covers. Well, love covers a multitude of sin. If you do that, you ain't got to worry about all the other commandments. You ain't got to worry about.
Yeah, don't worry about the other 5.
Because if you love somebody, you won't steal. If you love somebody, you won't kill. If you love, you won't commit adultery. And so if you do them, you set.
Yeah, amen. Don't worry about the other 5, right? That's a joke.
I mean, that's a stupid joke. The thing is, a lot of people, they don't even got the basics down. They want to know what Daniel did. They want to know what They want to know what Noah did. They want to know what everybody else did, but they don't want to know how they gonna make it in. What they need to have. You know, them stories are great for examples, but if you don't get your basics down, you show.
How about Matthew 16:24 through 26?
What's that?
It says, take up your own cross and follow Jesus.
Yeah, well, you know, if you trust in the Lord with all your heart, if you trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean none of your understanding, all your ways knowledge Him, that covers that.
I know people who follow their heart, who do the right thing, and are criticized for it.
Well,
severely criticized for it, and
well,
you know, I'm just saying.
One of my favorite ones is Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I'm God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth.
And that's your, if you can throw that one in for your common one, and the one that you ain't got to worry about nothing. Or I throw another bonus one in. God have given you no spirit of fear, but the power of a sound mind.
Luke 22.
Of course, love the Lord thy God with all thine heart. That's the most important one.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. The first one, the first commandment, and the last commandment. You do them, and you do the other 4 scriptures, you fine. You ain't got to worry about all these changes in the Bible, because that's what he wants you to do. He wants you to worry about these stories changing, like Daniel, and next thing you know, Daniel's gonna be in the closet. He ain't gonna be in the lion's den. And so, you know,
the way things are going,
I wouldn't be. Maybe he'll be in an adult toy store or something ridiculous.
All of these stuff, these stories, people we was talking on the show last week, and they was arguing about Paul. I said, why you worried about Paul? Paul wasn't even talking to you. He was talking to the Corinthians. Why are we all upset about that? He wasn't talking to you. I say, go. See, that's the problem. I say, that's the problem. Everybody want to be nosy. Go get what you got to get. And if you're going to use them stories for an example, okay, that's fine and dandy. But if you don't know the story, don't even go dip with that. Get what you need to get in.
Man, I ain't never had no fear. I don't. It's just the way I work.
I would like to read a verse.
But like I always say, I think Meegs and
guys,
doing they Bible thing, because I said, boy, Meegs and EYA, they be on it. They just like Brian. Boy, they be on every T dot slash. I say they are made for that, boy.
It's like, how could you not? If you see it, like, how could you not be like triggered by it, and like want to share it with people?
No, what I'm saying is he have given y'all the ability. That's why I tell people I don't want to be like Brian, because he got a Brian. We got a Teresa. We got a EYA. We got a Meegs. And so, everybody try to do everybody else's job, and that's not their job. I tell people that in my church. I tell them, look, stop trying to get somebody else's anointing, because you don't know what they had to go through to get their anointing. You ask God to give you your specific job, and you be seen doing that.
Right. Right on. Guys, I gotta dip out. I'm so sorry.
All right.
Oh, that's all right, Meegs. Hey, Meegs, I'm gonna try to go back in the chat and find your icon so I can resubscribe to you. I know I've subscribed to you before, but
right on. Do you
I've never seen anything pop up, but we know how that works. Just like
they like to neuter us.
They do, and I don't know. It's just the way that AI system works.
I got one question for you, Meegs. I was trying to get together at least 5 people that can really pray, and we have a pray hour just praying.
Dude,
For
turn it into a song. Turn that into a song. You can do it, man. That would be freaking awesome.
And so, like you and
5 people playing, but y'all are all singing.
You close with EYA. I had a number years ago. Lord Jesus, I lost it. And I know she a Bible person, and I just wanted to put that in your psyche. You let me know when you're available. And like I told my channel, it ain't got to be on my channel. We can broadcast on somebody else's channel where they got a whole lot of viewership, so that we can pray for the masses. Get all the prayers that need to be prayed. 'Cause a lot of people need some prayer out here.
E-Man, what are you doing Sunday afternoon? Let's do it Sunday afternoon. Evening, I mean.
Well, I'm off on Sunday.
You off on Sunday?
Yeah, but you're probably busy being a...
No, I go to church on Sunday morning, but I'm out of there by 2.
Cool. Well, maybe sometime on Sunday. I would love to do something like that. I know
that'd be great. You want to shoot for 5 Eastern? 5 or 6 Eastern?
That sounds good.
Yeah, we can do something like that, yeah. And we can do it on your channel or whoever. Whoever got the power. I mean, what I mean by the power you want to be able to reach people. And so if somebody got 40,000 subscribers and they know they can pull 300 people in, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds awesome, E-Man. We'll have to make that happen.
Yes, yeah. E-Man. And also, Teresa could probably help by posting the link in her new group. She's got over 1,000 subscribers in her group on Facebook.
Over 1,000.
Very proud of it.
Hold on.
And so let me know.
I lost count.
So whenever y'all want to do it, Brian, you got my information. Meegs, you can contact me at Mandela Effect 31@gmail.com. It's easy. It's Mandela Effect 31.
I'm trying to post your videos, Meegs, too, in my group. Every time I see a new one. Yeah.
Meegs is
Brian want to do it at 5 o'clock. If you're available at 5 o'clock, I'll be there.
We'll do it 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday Eastern.
That sounds perfect. I'll put it in.
All right, guys, set your calendar.
Meegs, can you say hi in the chat so I can click on your little icon again?
Oh, sure.
Just say hi so I can do it real quick.
Okay, awesome.
There you go. All right. Go to channel.
All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. I'm sorry I got to run.
Hey, good night, Meegs. We'll see you
night.
Night, Meegs.
God bless.
Meegs, I want to see you in the Facebook group.
Okay. I will pop in.
Good night, Meegs.
See you later.
Okay.
Meegs.
I love her.
Who would like us to do a call in somewhere? Who should we call?
Advance.
Gosh.
Ghostbusters.
Call McDonald's.
Yeah, he's gonna call.
I'm taking suggestions.
Ghostbusters.
Call McDonald's and ask them why the sign thing.
Yeah, ask them about the black sign.
You know what's freaky? I didn't have my mic on, and I said Ghostbusters, and all of y'all started saying Ghostbusters.
No way.
You have a toe.
That was
freaky ghost, baby.
That was
weird. Brian, call Advance up.
Synchronicities, guys. They've been happening a lot lately. Synchronicities.
Advanced and advanced auto parts or whatever. Advanced.
I got residue for that one.
I know there's a lot of residue for that one.
What was the thing y'all was talking about yesterday?
Yes, I did.
O'Reilly's.
I have residue for that one too.
Yeah, I agree, totally agree. But I already heard you talk about it in November.
No. I actually, Brian, you want to play the video where they actually sing it?
No. I know the song. It's in my head. I hear O'Reilly's every time. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I knew that from y'all, from you and Brian back in like June, July, August, September, October.
Well, we do. Sometimes we repeat older Mandela effects for the people who are just waking up, because people are waking up in waves.
Okay, yeah, well, I agree. That's fine. I'm just trying to see if it was.
I do a lot of repeat. That's another thing about my group. I have a lot of people who are just waking up, so a lot of these effects that are old to us are new to them.
Okay,
so I wanted to appeal to the newer members. I call them the Mimbies. Yeah, the newer people.
The newer people to me are when we shift into different.
Yes, and that's why I was trying to explain that my group is different. I want people, like I said, the newer people who are just waking up to feel comfortable about, even though we know these effects are old for us, we need to update them with those too as well.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Brian, I got something that's gonna shock everybody, and y'all might know, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Is this an effect? What is it?
I think it's an effect, or it's either it's an effect, or they trying to push us somewhere. Don't you know? Every automaker in America is saying that they not gonna make cars no more.
Who?
Ford said they not gonna make cars no more.
Wait, did they?
That's bull crap.
We'll start.
They just announced it.
The AL drives you around.
Ford's like the number one.
They say only thing they gonna make is commercial vehicles and trucks. They're not gonna make regular cars no more.
Man, you know what happens when you gotta wait on the AI to come to your house to drive you somewhere? Your baby dies because you can't get to the hospital on time because you can't get in a car and drive it straight to the hospital.
They trying to get us out of cars. Even GMC said they're not gonna make cars no more.
Man, I showed my son that stuff back months ago, and I'm like, this whole country's going crazy.
There's a couple more car manufacturers that said they're not gonna make cars no more.
No, they're actually going to be switching over to trucks and SUVs, and that's going to drain gas fields. Am I right?
Yeah. What they're not telling you is they're gonna make cars, but they ain't gonna be for you. They're gonna make commercial cars with AI in it, and then you got to go. You got to purchase you a monthly AI ticket.
Yeah, I need my Chevelle back for no brain. No brain. You fix it yourself. I'm the brain. I needed my Chevelle back. It had a soul. It had no brain, and that booger got me around everywhere. And my dumbass.
The part about it, just last year or the year before that, they said that they was gonna start making automatic cars and ain't gonna have steering wheels and brakes in them by 2022.
E-Man, have you seen the 1912 electric car?
Yes. That's not right.
Maybe they're gonna start making those again.
Yeah. Now build on that and see where we come. Right. Yeah, that's some messed up stuff because that was never.
I don't think they can honestly. Like, come on, everybody loves a Mustang or a nice sports car. What is it? You're not gonna be able to find that anymore.
Because they trying to push us out the cars. And then watch this. Everybody say, well, I'm going to keep my old car. See, this is how they're going to get you out your car. They're going to raise your insurance rates. They're going to say, well, you want to drive your car, you're going to pay $600 worth of insurance. Everybody going to give them up.
Yeah. It's just a very wicked realms we're in. It gets worse every time we shift.
You manifest.
So, be the light. You know, we're light beings, and I say that we're human beings. BEING. Z. We're beings.
Dimensional beings having a human experience.
What was that?
Yeah. We're here, and we've been here, and evidently, a long time, but. We've got a job to do, and we'll find out when we're instructed. And
Flicr, I'm sorry, I wasn't even noticing you was there. How everything going, man?
Oh, good, man. Just listening to you guys chatting about the all that stuff, and I didn't want to cut in or anything. So.
Oh, Lion!
Yeah.
Lion! Yes, Lion. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't know your name. I know you, but it's just I can't. When there's so many people in the chat, I can't. I really can't keep track of people. So, Lion, I love that.
The Lion, you mean?
The Lion King.
Yes, you're icon. You're icon. I love you.
Yeah. No, my name is Corey. So
well, Corey, I love you. That's an awesome name.
Yeah.
Cool. My name's Reese. My name's Reese.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Corey. I'm asking you how you doing. Without giving any information up. How you doing?
Everything's awesome.
You heard me, Corey?
Yeah.
How you doing? I mean,
I'm doing good.
Without getting all that other personal stuff up. I mean, have that situation aired itself out.
Well, Tuesday's the big day. My mom finds out her test results, so I'm just keep praying until then. So.
Hey, we still haven't done our call. Who would like me to call someplace?
Who? Yeah, what? Domino's?
Oh, I'm about to say Domino's myself.
I love Domino's. I order Domino's all the time.
Oh God, I don't even have Domino's around me. It just came out. It's so funny how this stuff works. I could have said Pizza Hut, but no, I ain't got a Pizza Hut or a Domino's around me. But I said,
I forget who did that video on all these Starbucks that's showing up.
What do you call Starbucks?
Hey, I'm gonna order a Mandela Effect pizza with the pepperoni stacked upside down.
Jason Matt.
How you do that?
Brian, call Starbucks.
What should I call them for? What are we asking?
Just ask them like when they changed their name to Starbucks Coffee instead of just Starbucks.
I took a picture of that, guys, today.
Huh?
That's bizarre. I took a picture of that one.
Yeah, that's a good one, but you would have to
call Starbucks. And what should I ask him?
I thought your name was Starbucks.
Just ask them like when did they change coffee? When did they change?
You really want to ask somebody? Just tell them you want a tea. Sorry, I'm being stupid.
Just ask them when they changed their logo. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
But it would have to be, I guess, like maybe Teresa. What time is it by you?
Crap. Some of these places.
Oh, they closed.
No, there's some open in Vegas around.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock in Vegas. Yeah.
Vegas. Jeez.
Yeah, just find out.
Okay, should I call the Palace Station or Treasure Island? Which one sounds more appealing?
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island.
Yeah, you're with Treasure Island, might as well.
And they're open 24 hours. How about that?
That's perfect.
This is the casino, guys.
Teresa, do you want to ask him?
Yes, Teresa, you do it.
You're better at this, Teresa. You're better at waking up people.
Yeah, ask him where they mirrored the Mac Tonight commercial.
Hey, what's that noise in the back? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm opening up Popeye's spinach for my son's rabbit.
Popeyes is a shiznit, right?
I don't know. Robin Williams maybe always tripped me out because he mumbles through the whole movie. So every time you watch it, even on Laserdisc back in the day, it was like you hear him say something else, and you're like, ah, that's funny.
Hey, Teresa, are you there?
Who?
Teresa.
Yeah.
Tell me she fell out. Teresa, you there?
I'm here. What?
Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. I'm just hungry. I didn't eat dinner yet.
Oh.
Popeye's spinach.
Want to eat something? Can you do a quick Starbucks call with me?
Yeah. Let's go for it.
All right. You want to talk to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. If you're better at waking up people than I am.
Okay, because now it says Starbucks coffee, and I don't remember it saying that.
All right, because I'm gonna call him up real quick, and you do the talking. Okay, is that cool?
Okay.
All right, let's do it, guys. Come on, cheer Teresa on. We need some cheers. I need at least 5 people. I need at least 5 people in the audience.
You can do it. Put your back into it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cheers.
You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it.
Oh, my.
I love that. Yeah, just
Let's
don't
do
chum
it,
the
Brian.
alligator. Don't chum the alligator. You know,
Let's go for it.
Okay, we got one from Angel where go Brian. I guess that means go Teresa. Come on, guys, cheer Teresa.
What?
We need to go Teresa. Come on, guys.
Go, Teresa.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Teresa.
Go. Woo woo.
Captain Planet, he's our hero.
Let's go for it.
We'll take that guy down.
I'm going to take pollution down to
Storming at you.
Brian's not ringing, is it?
Earth, fire, wind, water, heart.
Yeah. With your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Yeah, ditto. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Chad cheered for you. Can I go ahead and give him a round?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Come on. I don't know what kind of response I'm going to get, though, but let's go for it.
Probably like, what are you talking about?
You've earned your wrench.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Let's say, does not compete.
Okay.
Wrench.
3. Okay, guys, I need the rest of you to just wait for Teresa to finish the call, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. I'm calling them.
Okay, thank you.
Calls may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance.
Since when did they get a call thing here?
Morning, Treasure Island. My name is Rhonda. May I direct your call?
Hi, Rhonda. I need to speak to somebody at the Starbucks. Would I speak to you, or would I speak to somebody actually at Starbucks?
That would be someone. I can give you the manager at Starbucks. 1 moment, please.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
They're getting us the manager.
Should I have asked her already? Maybe I should ask to her. She's just an operator, though.
I'm gonna keep my mouth quiet now.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how about yourself?
I'm pretty good. I needed to ask a question. I noticed a change in your sign, and I wanted to verify that with you. I noticed on the buildings now they say Starbucks coffee, and I remember going there, and it used to just say Starbucks. Was that a recent change?
Well, hold on. You sound like you're really, really close to the mic, and it sounds...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you go, okay, you know how your sign says Starbucks coffee?
Correct.
Did you do a recent logo change? Because I've been going to you guys for a long time. I buy a lot of pastries and different beverages there. And now it says Starbucks coffee. Was that a recent change?
I'm not understanding what is the problem. I don't understand.
Okay. Your name of your place is called Starbucks Coffee, right?
It's called Starbucks, just in general, not Starbucks.
Right, but on the side of the buildings now it says Starbucks Coffee, and it used to say Starbucks, and I'm just wondering what happened, and maybe you can explain that to me.
I don't know are you a customer or?
Yes, I'm a customer. Yeah, I just wanted to know if there's something I missed.
No, we haven't changed anything. I'm pretty sure it always says Starbucks coffee on there.
No, because I remember Starbucks. It never had coffee on it. It just said Starbucks.
It doesn't affect whether it says Starbucks coffee or Starbucks. It doesn't make.
No, I was just wondering if you remembered it being called Starbucks before. That's all.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it says Starbucks. Maybe on another, if you look on the inside, it says Starbucks coffee, maybe. But we still sell the same product and everything. There's no difference.
Oh no, I know. I was just wondering if you had a recent change, because like I said, I remember Starbucks, and then one morning I woke up, and then all of a sudden it said Starbucks coffee, and I thought maybe you did something overnight.
No, not probably I'm aware of. I can check in and look at it, and I can give you a call back if to find out. But
no, I was just inquiring. It was done overnight, and I was just wondering if somebody did that, while I was sleeping.
Oh, okay. No, not at
all. Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, wow. That was good, Teresa. Guys,
he couldn't comprehend what I was trying to tell him.
No, you were definitely the weirdest caller he had for the entire night.
I know, but the thing is, he took it so well. He took it so well, didn't he?
But did you?
I think he was.
Hear what he
I think
said?
it was his brain. I think his brain was probably the wheels, whatever you want to call it. I think they were working, because you notice how he paused a few times?
Teresa, the first time
he was going through motions.
The first time he said, our building just says Starbucks, it doesn't say Starbucks coffee. And then in the middle of the conversation, he turns around and goes, yeah, our building says Starbucks.
He's sounding like another version of himself.
Yeah, I think he was trying to change it. It's like the upload effect.
He says it doesn't say Starbucks coffee, it just says Starbucks.
Yeah. Guys, I got to tell you, when I was in Atlanta, and I remember going to the underground back when I was in 1990, I think it was 99.
If I can find something.
And I was looking at going to school up at Georgia Tech, and I was walking through downtown Atlanta. I remember seeing Starbucks.
I'm going to find residue for this.
No, it was just Starbucks. I didn't go there. It's just Starbucks.
I'm going to find residue.
With the little angel, or whatever the girl is, with the like 5 stars or something above her, or something weird like that.
That was like one of the coolest experiments.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you want to know what I found that is cool? Which I'm not claiming Mandela effect. It's just cool because now, here I am, what is this, 2018, and so I've got Joke Cola back, at the damn dollar store. It's not even
I'm going to find residue on this one.
Refrigerated section, but yeah, one of my first...
I'm finding residue, that's it.
I just
Energy Cola is back. Joke Cola.
Because you show the one that's talking right now. You know your voice sounds just like this other guy we know, Jason.
Wait, Reese? I'm Reese, or Shark Khan, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I know, but you sound like this guy we know.
Dude, exactly. now, you want to go weird? We can go weird, because a lot of these people we know are representatives of family members or, voices that sound exactly like other people.
I found Starbucks. It says Starbucks.
Yeah, look, guys, come on. This is what it was. Starbucks right here, just like
I just found it.
I know. Yeah. But what I kind of remember, I remember Starbucks around in a circle, Starbucks, and then coffee over here. That's what I remember. But it was still Starbucks in the top in the lettering.
I'm gonna find you some residue, Brian. Okay, give me a second here.
And the other crazy thing about Starbucks is it's this mermaid with her legs up in the air.
That's dirty.
She's actually pregnant. You can't see it because it's in the picture. But she was pregnant.
Nah, she's doing something else.
When it first started,
JW.
Look at y'all.
Not JW. God dang it.
Starbucks.
In the beginning, Starbucks.
What's crazy is look at the other side. You can see a little bit of it. That's the C.
When they became more marketed, they became Starbucks
on the other side, but it was always Starbucks. I'm telling you.
Brian, I think I'm going to be able to find you residue for this. Just give me a little bit.
Teresa, why don't you look up the Starbucks that you just called and look it on a map and see what it says? What was the name of it, Brian?
Was it Treasure Island?
Treasure Island, yeah.
That's on the Strip. I know where that's at. That's on Las Vegas Boulevard, right near what's that street called?
You don't go there all the time.
Spring Mountain? No.
Starbucks
Flamingo.
always owned by
Flamingo.
the same company, like same people, like because I kind of feel like it was Starbucks coffee, and then it got bought out and became a multi-corporation, and then from that point Starbucks.
Here's the thing. I talked to a guy. This is similar, okay? I talked to a guy who works on lawnmowers, and he swears up and down. He says John Deere changed his name in 1967 to John Deere with an E at the end.
Never heard of that, Brian. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, and it's been like that. I told him it's been like that since like the early 1900s. He's like,
What does he do for that one too?
Yeah.
Gandhi. What are you talking about, Gandhi?
Hey,
the lawnmower called Gandhi?
Teresa, the one on Treasure Island, says
In Treasure Island, it's a casino.
Yeah, it says is that on Las Vegas Boulevard? Because
yes, on the corner there. Yep.
It says Starbucks coffee in the front of it.
Oh, it does?
And he specifically said his sign just says Starbucks, and then he took Starbucks coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's witnessing
See,
it.
there you go.
Could
Right,
he be
Brian?
witnessing the change?
Yeah. Hey, just a quick note. Look at your hands. Put your hands flat on a surface. Look at your hands.
Okay.
Oh, why my line's getting deeper?
Look how long your freaking fingers are right now. And if you see, like I'm looking at, what I've
I can
noticed.
scratch my back better.
Well, me and a friend of mine, it's like the skin tends to get like old looking and crinkled, and it'll straighten out. It'll fix itself because my fingers looking down are longer than what they should be, and I should be able to grasp a basketball no problem now.
Dr. Khan, have you noticed that the Last Supper, the people in the Last Supper, their fingers are...
Yes, yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, the finger, there's a dude on his finger up, and it's like...
Crazy. It looks like alien hands. I've got a video, and I'm talking some majorly weird shit. Yep.
But I'm talking from an artist's point of view, and Jesus has two right hands. He's got two right hands.
Yeah, I remember that.
Two right hands. Now what the shit is up with that? I mean, where the hell are our thumbs going?
Where does
there you go.
Hands?
I don't know. But yeah, I ain't seen them right. I ain't seen them, right. I ain't seen them.
I'll tell you one thing.
I don't know. I know nothing, but it is just for an observation point of view. It's freaking weird.
The Last Supper.
Weird, trippy stuff.
Like that.
What, you talking about the Last Supper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at the fingers, Brian. Look at that. Was never like that.
No.
Put a picture up and look at their fingers. It's creepy.
Look how long that finger is sticking up.
All of them. Just look at all of them.
Yeah, look at the toes. Look how long those toes are.
That's why I'm walking faster.
I had, my family grew up with monkey toes, is what we called them. And these are beyond monkey toes.
Picture.
Beyond monkey toes. So when you see 6 toes, get ready.
Can you
my toes are longer though. I can tell
that.
that.
We're gonna wake up, have like 6, I think 5, 5 fingers and a thumb, and like everybody be like, no, the humans always had 5 fingers and a thumb. No, what are you talking about? No, I'm talking. I got 5 fingers and a freaking thumb, and like, no,
this guy's
you're insane.
But look at their fingers. Go up a little bit and look at this guy's fingers right there. Nope, go.
Hey, Reese.
I'm looking at my fingers right now, and my wrist has gotten smaller on the outside, looking down, and my fingers are longer.
Hey, Reese.
Right now, yes.
My dad told me that the Indians, you know how they say how? Like they put their hand up.
Oh yeah, how?
How many? They were asking how many fingers. They wanted to see how many fingers you had, like when they would do that.
Yes. Hey, can I ask you something? What I've come to believe is the Thunderbirds are these demon planes in the skies for the chemtrails. those were what the Indians were seeing, and they called them thunderbirds because they didn't know, it's a bird, but it's up in the sky, but they're demons, and I've seen them disappear, reappear, and all that shit.
Descendants
So
of
it's
pterodactyls.
yeah. So is that a thunderbird?
It's possible.
I don't know.
There's like a correlation between thunder and a bird species that, like the Pokemon show, like they kind of make fun of these animals, but they're based off of creatures from many folklore.
Yeah. Do you know Daydreamers? He's got a really good channel.
Oh yeah.
I really like that dude because he's out there.
Yeah.
But
not
it
too
makes
out there.
sense. He's out there, but it makes sense, and so that's how I look at the world. It's like I'm out there, but I'm open to whatever, and okay, so
try to take it in moderation.
Yeah, man.
Gloria's trying to talk.
Whoa. Sharon McDonald has pictures of both Starbucks with and without it.
No way.
Yeah, she's.
Where are they?
She just posted it. She has 2 pictures.
Oh, she just posted it. Hold on, let me look. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me go to the group. Here, let me try to get.
I asked her when she took the picture. She said last week.
No way. Let me see this. Oh, you got me.
Well,
she was listening in their chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys heard about that?
Hi, Sharon. Welcome. Let me see if I see him. Hold on.
You guys heard that whole thing with Shell? There was a YouTuber who recorded.
Beth Shaw? Is that who you said? Beth Shaw?
Sharon McDonald.
Sharon McDonald.
Oh, wrong lady. Sorry.
Yeah, she said she took them last week.
When did she post? When did she post?
No, she's in the chat.
Oh, in the chat.
Oh, I thought she means she just posted on the group.
No, she's in the chat. She says she's got two pictures.
Can she post them in the new so we can share them? Ask her if she can post them.
The group, yeah. Or she can message them to you if you want Messenger.
Can you, Sharon? Can you either send them to me on the PM, or can you post them in the group, the Facebook group, so we can share them? Can she hear me? I guess she can, right?
Yeah, she could hear you.
You think she'll post them?
Probably.
I don't know, but
did she acknowledge it?
She doesn't. So you know what, Sharon? Teresa will reach out to you tomorrow, and she'll walk you through on how to post the pictures.
What were you saying, Brian?
Oh, no, she can download them. She's a member, right?
She doesn't know how, Teresa.
Brian?
No, there is more proof I'm finding on YouTube about a simulated reality. I found this video. There's like 25 different things for.
Let me see if I can find something.
Okay, I'm gonna go back old, right? Old school, right? Ready?
I'm doing a search and see if I can find something.
Okay, y'all do
right about them talking about the new technology. Like he's right about that. We gotta stick with the older technology that doesn't get accepted.
Gloria, you gonna talk about the electric car?
Y'all do remember the 6 Jacksons, right?
Teresa.
The 6 Jacksons, yeah, the Batman.
Thank God. Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, well, here we go.
They could throw some old things out there.
I think I just found some residue.
Teresa, can you reach out to Sharon tomorrow so you can help her?
Is Google one of the oldest ones?
Yeah.
Compared to,
I just
no problem.
And,
Yahoo was before Google. I mean,
right? Like, I feel like those are probably our better searches. Like, they're older.
What was that other one? That was
Yeah.
What's up, E-Man?
What's up, E-Man?
Navigator.
I was saying the other day on my channel. I guess I don't know if you want to say it on your channel.
Wow, look at all this residue.
It'll be great. It'll be great if the people that come and see us once a week, that they invite other people that's not affected, because what happens is we become just like churches. We become used to one another, and that's all we be talking. We just be talking to one another, and not what they call it, expanding or helping other people. You know what I'm saying?
Like, not do as I say. It's more like lead by example type of way. You know,
No,
like
what I'm saying is we can become a club and don't even know it, man. We like I noticed ever since I said that, and I told the people to bring some more people that may want to know the information so that they can tell somebody else. Because you know we very few, and this planet got 9 billion people, and 30 people can't reach them 9 billion people, and so we need other people to wake up ASAP.
Wow. The number 9.
If you get stuck in a loop where, you know, we only see 20, 30 people, the same 20, 30 people, we just pinging ideas off one another.
That's
have y'all had other versions of yourself come into versions of yourself where you realize, like,
have you seen my video?
Who am I talking to here? Who? I'm not looking at the chat. Sorry. Oh, Charles.
Yeah.
No.
That stuff is intense when that happens.
Yes, and it happens, and it's not a lie. It happens.
A lot of people, they'll consider it like, oh, you're being possessed or something. Like they'll demonize it right away, but it's like more to it. It's like more inner self.
For myself, it's you know, myself is coming into myself that maybe died. I don't know, maybe died off in another realm, and it's here just like I got here, and the version you're talking to kicked its ass because I'm like, dude, you can't be doing them drugs. You can't be doing it.
The current version, like your current vessel, like it may have like access to other versions of yourself that died, and because you're in the reality that you live, obviously.
Yes, I'm the dominant.
Maybe we're coming into one, like, you know, I always felt like, you ever seen the movie Jet, like the one with Jet Li, like, you know, he was trying to...
No, what?
Jet Li? I said that myself. I said, baby, we got a whole lot of empty containers.
Yeah.
Guys, I ain't seen that.
I'm trying to.
There's a lot of clues.
This whole situation is new to everybody, I believe.
Like the path is
that's
different.
Why most people don't wake up to it because it sounds.
It'll sound like what they agree with.
If I was listening to myself 10 years ago, right now, I call myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I would have classed myself as crazy, nut house worthy.
And so,
but and anymore, I feel like we're like Ip Man. You know, ever seen the movie Ip IP Man?
But I understand now. But see, the problem, I tell people, is there's so much evidence of it happening. You know, it's like if you deny it now, you're just a fool because.
Good.
Hey, man, have you ever watched yourself, like your own videos? Like,
yes, on Brian's show the other week.
Do you ever think
that
that's like your best version? Like you're witnessing like your best version, like, and it like inspires you, like, you know what I mean?
Well, when I watch my show, I'm normally watching.
Man, that song you sang, man, that praise. My God, that praise song was so amazing. Like, it was great. Like, it was really powerful.
Hey, do you remember a more party version of yourself?
Oh yeah. Like, I have memories from when I was a child. Like,
I remember when I had my 5 girlfriends. And I know I ain't had that 5 girlfriends.
Man.
That's my dream.
I can't hear.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh, shit. God dang.
Yeah. I would want, man, 5 women? Like, no way.
No, different.
Y'all saying that, But every man on this line know they can have them extra one on the side willingly.
Yeah.
Without no trouble with the other wife. They take them easy.
Like, you know, I was raised. You know, I'm a virgin. I don't even do like none of that. Like, you know, I'm one of those guys.
You haven't been to fruit yet, so you don't know what that feel like yet.
Oh, I don't need to. Like, I'm gonna do it the right way, like the way.
Don't worry, it ain't worth it.
Like, I wanted to do it the right way, you know. Like, I don't want to just give it away. Like, I want to make it like I want to lead by example, so I have to live the example.
Oh well, yeah, you're right. But look, I told somebody this. Now, mind you, a lot of people are like, why would you tell people this? And that's because, think about it. Think about this. If you went and bought you a car without test driving it, and they clink out, who fault is that? So if you don't get a woman, right? Listen to this. If you get a woman, y'all all good, and then
I got
you marry her. Wait a minute. You marry her, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You get ready to have relations, and you fall through. Man, she ain't got not a wall or nothing. Who follows that? You didn't check your product out.
Well,
You
it takes
as is.
like it's a two-way street. Like when you're in a relationship, both sides have to, you know, give in a little bit because that's why it's more equal. Like if it's unbalanced, it's not a healthy relationship.
Well, no, I'm talking about. I had a girl that I liked, and I was trying to do the right thing, like you said.
Yeah.
And I ain't touch her. We went out. We prayed, and then she would say, "Let's get married." I said, "Wait a minute, hold on." My uncle always said, "Before I get married to anybody, I need to check out my stuff and see if it's worth marrying. Because this is something I'm gonna be with all my life." Man,
yeah. I feel you.
She was so wide and so out there. It looked like a bus went through her.
Yeah.
I said, "Man, what if I'd have married her blind? I'd have been stuck with that bus."
Yeah. The best thing is the children, and that's it. You know, don't forget all the lovey and forget all the other crap. Just the children that come out are the souls that come to help us.
Cause you know, I know people always say that, but I ain't never heard of I ain't never heard in the Bible. I ain't never heard in the Bible where a man had to go to the city hall and get no paperwork.
No, good thing. It's like, hell, you might as well just get some guy out there in the woods, like on Braveheart, and it's like, woo, 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 there you go. You know, you don't have to, as long as you do, you can do yourself, and
you don't worry about nobody else.
Not pay the taxes.
Yeah.
God, you know, they make a killing up of divorces, and you got the lawyers there. You could be like me and my wife were, like totally friends, but the lawyers get in there, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, what you doing? Well, yeah, that all came out.
Well,
but the fact is, you know, it's like they did not bring out any kind of good in what was a good divorce.
Yeah. My parents divorced when I was 13. Like, I had a home wrecker come into the house. Yeah,
I think it's just like, I don't believe priests. I don't think priests are made to be celibate, because look at what they did when they was be celibate. They couldn't
that's nasty shit there.
That's because they were using forgiveness in the wrong way, because they thought that they were in a physical version. Sometimes the physical sins could be forgiven, but it's the spiritual that's tainted at that point.
Man, you know, God say it ain't good for man to be alone now. And so he know what he's talking about.
Well,
Like,
I think
to me, that's the whole putting faith in the sheep of a sheep, which we're all sheep, and so just throw any kind of questions they got toward higher, and fuck the middleman, you know.
I said you sound just like Jason.
Hey, Darkacon, just to warn you, that's the last time, okay? I don't do profanity on here, okay?
No, hey, Brian, thank you, and yes, do that because I talk the way I talk. So yes, if you gotta throw me out, just throw me out. I'm fine with that.
No, I'm just
totally fine with that. Yes, exactly.
But he's giving you a warning, like he's letting you know.
I'm giving you.
I don't need a warning. You just throw me out.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm.
No, just all you gotta do is just write me saying that, hey, you're profanity, offended, and so don't. But you gotta realize, I'm a U.S. Marine. Okay, and so Marines talk. We defend the country. Okay, well, that's how we talk. So I've got no problems, with that, and I totally agree with you. So yes,
yeah, there's some standard on the channel.
I totally agree with you, Brian. Don't think nothing of it. It's the way I talk, and I'm sorry I do offend.
Thank you.
To me, now listen to me. Now listen, this is very important. Okay, because I'm about to start crying, so it's very important. The only cuss word I've ever tried not to say is a GD. The other ones to me are just made up. But
I think he's had too many of them.
So the GD, you put it in the letter, you put it in there, and the GD is the only cuss word I see that is not, that means something.
I think he over attacking Katie right now.
We've all had a hard week. I just hope it isn't too hard on him.
No, I totally agree. I'm telling you, Brian, I totally agree. It's fine, man. It's fine. I'm a weirdo anyhow, and I don't fit in, but I'm telling you, the only cuss word that means anything is the GD one.
Hey guys, I was trying to explain about the Shell. There's this Shell gas station. World Church was showing us in one of her videos. Did you guys see that at all? I'm trying to present that we're looking at the same gas station here in two different views, but it has like two different logos on it. It's almost like they self-imposed whatever they wanted to on there.
So you think that Google Earth changed it?
I think so, because it's trying to fill in the gaps where it lacks.
Yeah.
But this is the same station, and notice how the Shell in most of these gas stations you don't see the words anymore. It's just the picture. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah, there's no Shell.
Brian.
Hey, I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
I don't get to talk much. Like.
And I've said before, I think the bottom of the Shell has like this little Teresa, you're gonna get to talk. Hold on.
No, I was just saying my gas station down the street has the Shell on the sign, the actual Shell, but on the side of the side where you get your gas, it says Shell. But it's not on the sign. Yeah, it's like it's separated.
Yes. It used to be together on the same block.
Yes, it used to be where the Shell is at, but now they have it on the side where you fill up your gas hat. I noticed that. I was like, oh, there it is. Maybe that's something new they're doing.
I don't know if it's an effect. We'll say it's a possibility. I have
Next
not
time I go to the gas station or something, I'll ask them.
You can ask them when it changed. Yeah.
Ask them what the heck you're all doing.
I encourage everybody to get out there and research your world, because the world is changing as we know it.
Yes.
Many of us we come together. Okay, we come in peace and love, and there are those out there who want to divide, and we're not part of that crowd. Okay, we try to include everybody in our discussion. So if you want to join, let me know ahead of time, and we will get you in here in the discussion. And
you included me.
Well,
and,
Brian,
y'all go back and watch my videos. You know, I'm very out there. So, but I've got meetings. It's just I don't know what they are. You know.
We love him. I hope your week go better, man.
It will, dude. It will.
I like Brian's morals on this
phase. It's just a phase.
I think the song changed again.
Well, the shell sign to me, the bottom of that shell, I thought it was flat. I could have sworn the shell was flat.
Yeah.
It now has.
You're right on that one.
It has like a little nipple thing at the bottom or whatever.
Yeah.
So do the statues.
Oh yeah, that's a new thing. The nipples are popping out now.
Yeah, the nipples are popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I've been noticing that.
Oh yeah, don't remind me. What is it? The Easter Island statues? We'll show that.
Yeah, I think the presidents are going to be next on Mount Rushmore.
Me too. I was just thinking about that. That's cool.
Man, them presidents started getting some nipples.
Did y'all post the other one where it was like those giant? Well, you remember, Brian?
The Moab. What is it? Oh, that thing? No, I'm not going to post that one.
Yeah, the male symbol at its finest.
Yeah, the Volvo.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Oh my God, we lost it that night.
Uh-oh. Somebody found some residue.
We're going to have to... Hey, we're getting close to the 1 o'clock hour here.
Segment.
So.
Hey, Brian, can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Tonette Hunter, one of the members in the group, said she found a little float like a butterfly, sting like a bee residue on the drive home. She said in Katy Perry's song Roar, there is a verse that goes, "Now I'm floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero." And that's in Katy Perry's song, and that's Residue for the Muhammad Ali Mandela effect.
Yeah, I remember "Float Like a Butterfly, Sting Like
Right.
a Bee." Anybody
Play
else?
the part of the song from Katy Perry, Roar, and you'll hear it.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait, hold on. I just did that video a month ago. Now I know that it changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't say that no more.
It's like they keep changing. Like there's
changing
little alterations. There's always these little alterations, so that's why it's.
What does it say now? What does it say now?
Okay. Sorry, I'm not keeping up.
We're gonna have to honestly end on that note, Teresa. And these things.
Hey, listen.
Read.
Please.
Will you mention the Facebook group again?
God dang, yes. Yes, Teresa. Yes, we will. Yes, you're doing good. Bless your heart. You are doing good. It's out there. Everybody knows you. And it will prosper.
I posted it a couple of times.
It will prosper. Believe me, you're there.
I'm already over 1,000, guys. Brian, you want to talk about it a little bit?
Good.
I just
over 1,000.
It's gonna be the biggest group ever.
So, yay! Good deal. Yay! Oh, I'm happy for you.
So you went from 0 to 1,000 within 2 weeks.
Yep.
We're actually
3 weeks.
Over 1,000.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know how many there. I can't tell how many's there now because when I click on it, it still says 1K.
I think you're at 1,000. I think Teresa. I think you're at 1,007.
Can I plug another group?
Yeah, go ahead.
Teresa, thank you. You're, I'm so glad you're over there. But this group talks about the weirdness that Lord knows. I think it's just the weirdness of all this stuff. So
the point is to talk about the effects in
exactly, and the weirdness to go with it.
Right,
yes,
in an entertaining manner, because why not enjoy some of these things?
Exactly. Yeah. Laugh, please laugh, because nothing helps more than laughter, because nothing makes sense. I found a group that I've watched like a couple of videos. I really like them, and evidently
sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Anyway, we're about to end the show. It's a little bit late.
Yes, we gotta go. Everybody needs to go to bed and relax.
Well, can I
and drink some coffee?
Relax.
Starbucks coffee, or is it?
Drink some coffee, people.
The coffee will keep you up.
Rocking it,
Gloria,
Robin.
say that again, please.
The coffee will keep you up.
All right,
please.
Oh, okay. Hot chocolate.
Hold on. Before we go, we need one more Marilyn Monroe quote.
Please, and a prayer. God dang.
Said,
let's get a prayer.
Very famous.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
There you go.
Oh my God.
And I would turn my video on, but I have my birthday suit on right now.
Oh,
that's Marilyn Monroe.
Rocking it,
It's time to go, Brian.
Yeah.
Going skinny dipping.
Prayer, please.
Robin.
I guess we can leave with that one.
Hey, Brian, I want to talk to you after the show. Brian, I want to talk to you after the show.
Okay.
Just for a few minutes.
5 minutes to spare now. You guys have a good night, everyone. Have a great night. God bless. E-Man,
hey, Brian. Thank
E-Man, can you leave us out with a prayer? We're going to need
Brian.
All right. I got you later, Brian.
Take it easy, man.
Brian.
You gonna live stream tomorrow, man?
Yeah, I probably, I'm sporadic, but I might go live at 3 o'clock.
All
right, y'all. Catch y'all later.
All right, good night, everyone.
Love y'all too.
Lord, we ask that you guide us and help us throughout our days to come as times get harder, and please be there with us, and we'll be patient and be still, and we'll wait for your son to come again. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for everything that you've given us, including all the life's teaching lessons, and please give us open hearts that we understand each other throughout these tough times, because we're all seeing different things right now with this stupid effect. So anyway, God, thank you, and
open our eyes.
Amen.
Awaken.
Amen.
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 Yeah.
Hey, have a good night, everyone.
Lord Jesus, thank you, Lord God.
Thank you.
Good night, Marilyn.